The triple harp, often referred to as the Welsh triple harp, is a type of harp employing 3 rows of strings instead of the more common single row. The Welsh triple harp today is found mainly among players of traditional Welsh folk music. History. The triple harp first originated in Italy under the form of 2 rows of strings and later 3, as the Baroque harp. It appeared in the British Isles early in the 17th century. In 1629, the French harpist Jean Lafleur was appointed musician for the harp at the King's Court. Fleur played the Italian triple harp with gut strings. The triple harp was quickly adopted by the Welsh harpers living in London during the 17th century. It was so popular that by the beginning of the 18th century the triple harp was generally known as the Welsh harp. Charles Evans was the first mentioned Welsh triple harpist. He was appointed harper to the court in 1660, where his official title was His Majesty's Harper for the Italian harp. As late as the 1680s, Talbot was describing the triple harp as the English harp, and the Welsh harp he describes appears to be a large, diatonic, Gothic-style harp with braid pins. A description of the Welsh triple harp is given by the harpist John Parry in the preface to the 2nd volume of his collection, The Welsh Harper. The compass of the triple harp, in general, is about 5 octaves, or 37 strings in the principal row, which is on the side played by the right hand, called the bass row. The middle row, which produces the flats and sharps, consists of 34 strings, and the treble, or left-hand row, numbers 27 strings. The outside rows are tuned in unison, and always in the diatonic scale, that is, in the regular and natural scale of tones and semitones. As a peal of 8 bells is tuned, when it is necessary to change the key, for instance, from C to G, all the Fs in the outside rows are made sharp by raising them half a tone. Again, to change from C to F, every B in the outside rows is made flat, by lowering it to semitone. When an accidental sharper flat is required, the performer inserts a finger between 2 of the outer strings, and finds it in the middle row. Many experiments have been made, with a view of obviating the necessity of tuning the instrument every time a change in the key occurred. Brass rings were fixed near the comb, but those rattled and jarred. In short, every attempt failed until the invention of the pedals. The skill of harp-making in Wales had all but been lost for some 60 years until John Weston Thomas, a talented wood and metal worker, revived the craft, making Celtic, chromatic and triple harps until his death in 1992. A memorial prize, TLWS for John Weston Thomas, was subsequently instigated at the National Eisteddfod to encourage competition in the traditional folk style. He passed on his skills to 3 apprentices, Alan Shears, Brian Blackmore and Alan Thomas, his son. Alan still makes triple and Celtic harps in his workshop just outside Fishguard. Brian Blackmore also makes triple harps, whilst Alan Shears went on to make concert harps and found Telenat IV harps in Llandyssil, Ceredigion. Playing techniques. Among the most important and characteristic playing techniques for the Welsh triple harp is that of unisons or split doubling. The effect of unisons is obtained by playing the same note on both the outside rows using the right and left hands in rapid succession. Thus a progression of E, G, C, D, F, E is achieved by playing C, C, D, D, F, F, E. From medieval times Welsh harpists played with the harp placed on the left shoulder, contrary to continental practice. Modern players. After the early 20th century, triple harps were almost completely abandoned in Wales in favour of the modern pedal harp. Preservation of the instrument and the playing style has been attributed to Nancy Richards, who learned to play from gypsy harpists in the Bala area at the turn of the century. Subsequently, Nancy Richards was the harp teacher of the brothers Daffod and Gwyndaf Roberts. The brothers went on to become founder members of Wales's most prominent folk group Arlog. While both brothers are proficient triple harpists, it became customary in the Arlog lineup for Daffod to play triple harp, with Gwyndaf playing the knee harp and clairsac. Today's leading exponents of the triple harp include Robin Hugh Bowen, originally a classical harpist who was influenced by the music of Arlog to the extent that he switched to the triple harp. Leo Rutherk, another of Nancy Richards' pupils, has concentrated on teaching a new generation of as many young harpers as possible. A triple harp group called RHE's Ganol was formed in 2000. Alongside Robin Hugh Bowen, other members of RHE's Ganol included Rhian Bebb, Hugh Roberts, Wyn Thomas and his son Stefan. Other triple harpists include the experienced performer and teacher Ellen Wee Wright Carwantawan, a long-standing street busker, and Sian Webb. The triple harp is also played by a minority of classical harpists in Wales, including Angarad Evans, Eleanor Bennett, Mynir Hewlin and Ellery Darkins. Some non-Welsh players perform on the instrument, freeing it from total connection with the Welsh repertoire, which actually consists of art music, variations on Welsh tunes. These players notably include Maria Christina Cleary, Cheryl Ann Fulton, Francis Gully, Mike Parker, Robin Ward and Fiona Katie Roberts, who has worked with the BBC on some special projects including different designs for the harp and the design and manufacture of a quad harp. Modern composers have displayed an interest in the triple harp, e.g. Richard Barrett, who includes the instrument in the diverse ensemble of his massive multi-partite work, Construction.